So, so here we are. We are
Enjoy
doing this
us.
podcast on a film called Burning,
Gosh.
directed by Lee Cheng Dong. So this film, the basic plot of this film is about a guy who wants to be a novelist, and he encounters a girl whom he doesn't remember, but the girl remembers him. So they meet and they have a sort of an affair, and then the girl disappears, as it always happens in a Murakami story. And Jimin, what do you say about
Yeah,
Murakami stories?
yeah, they are nice.
So the girl disappears, then she again comes back, but this time she is with another guy, and he's sort
Called
of
Ben,
called Ben,
Ben Tennyson.
and he's sort of a rich guy, and
Not sorry, he is a rich.
he's a rich
He's
guy,
like a Gatsby.
like a Gatsby character, and the story is all about how these three characters meet and how the story unfolds.
Yeah, it's about three characters. It's like two guys, one girl. They
Two
like the
guys, one
same girl,
they like the same girl,
and the girl disappears.
and the
That's
girl
the story.
disappears
Whatever.
in the end.
We have prepared some questions.
So the format of the podcast is like we are going to have first questionnaire, like 20 questions. Then we have prepared some.
Let's just talk about the movie.
We have prepared some
Whatever you
stories.
think. Yeah, I
And we'll
guess
discuss
we will discuss the stories as well.
the stories we have prepared. So shall we start with the
Yes,
questions?
please.
So the first question is, in an article I read, Jong Soo is the main character, has not written anything substantial for his ambition, that is to be a novelist. His only act of writing was for his father's petition plea. So do you think his socio-economic condition has forced or rather made it difficult for him to pursue his dreams?
No,
No.
no.
Why? No.
I think he's just lazy.
Lazy.
Yeah, he's very lazy. He should have paid attention in his creative writing course classes in college.
Uh, yeah, you're right. गलती कर दी.
Yeah, he should have been more hardworking like me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know why this semi girl even likes Jongsu. It's just like a fantasy fulfillment kind of. Murakami just is like
So don't you think that
this guy is unemployed.
that you can meet a girl
The only explanation is she thinks that Jongsu saved her from a well, and here's the catch: he does not even remember saving her. The pathetic guy, loser.
yeah, don't say such things about the main character.
That's what he is.
But I don't think so. He's a loser. Well, he is, but
He is, but let's not say he's a loser. I think
the audience will get bored.
From what?
Like if we say he's a loser,
Which audience?
the audience that is going to
Other
say
the
this,
pod, no. I think they'll enjoy it.
that is a loser.
I think people every day.
So why do people
really-
watch
I think
such
people
films?
want to see losers
Why?
because they like that idea of zero
So
to hero.
there is no any socio-economic thing going here. Like he's
I think
poor, his father
poor,
is in
and
prison.
obviously-
that is not the reason
he's-
behind his failures.
Obviously, he's poor and it contributes to his lack of motivation, kind of his loneliness. Is fueled kind of by his poverty, I guess. When also his upbringing, like he's not really poor in the sense like doesn't know what he will eat or whatever, or he doesn't know where he will stay this night. Not that kind of poor. He's just like he's eking by, like he's making ends meet. But like him being poor, let me say this, does not stop him from in the latter part of the film, like stalking Ben, and figuring out what he's do all day long.
Like he has no
He
work.
spent so much. Yeah, he spent so much time, like following this
He's
guy.
playing out his fantasy.
Yeah,
the
but he.
things in his head
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He spent so much time.
alone.
Like that's a lot of work, stalking someone, then
And killing someone.
yeah, burning them at the end. Spoiler alert, whatever. you know, so that's a lot of work. It requires.
So why do you think he burns him? Because he thinks he's a loser and the guy Ben.
I think they had to do
is-
something like if people went to watch a movie called Burning.
So they have to
And
burn
there-
someone.
there has to be some burning. like क्या मूवी देखा कुछ जलाया भी नहीं. Yeah, they have to burn.
So there is no intellectual thought behind the burning or the killing.
It's kind of
It's just satisfying
like in
the
art.
audience.
No. In art, it must be a metaphor.
It must be a metaphor.
A metaphor.
No.
Like a metaphor for.
That a poor guy must kill the rich guy. Or
No,
is it just in
not
his
that.
head?
The burning is the burning itself is like a metaphor for like letting things go, or like it's like a ritual kind of thing. Like especially when you burn something, you're
You're making it disappear.
yeah,
The
erasing its
existence kind of
right?
ceases.
Even Semi disappears after. And that guy, what's his name, Ben, he says like he's gonna burn something very close to Jong-soo. And he does not realize it's just. He looks at all the greenhouses because he says he burns greenhouses.
So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh yeah. Let's
So
not.
the first question was
Not
his
outside.
socio-economic condition forced him to not pursue his dreams. So answer we got into, the conclusion we got
Not
into is
really.
like not really.
Maybe
he was a
little bit
loser.
not. Yes, he was a loser.
We
No, it's not his fault that he's a loser, It's.
No,
I mean,
like just all of us.
It's not his fault. Yeah, it's not my fault. I'm a loser.
It's not my fault. I mean,
Yeah.
that I can't do anything in life.
Yeah, it's your.
That I can't write a script or I can't make a film.
You don't get to bus. In Jong-soo's case, he grew up to be a loser because of his father. His father, because he's such an uptight asshole. Like.
So he doesn't give him a room to explore, to grow.
No. He was like his father was really strict, right?
Yes.
So that I guess that closed Jong-soo off from a lot of people because he so his father could not mingle with a lot of people, right? And because of that, no neighbors would send their kids to play with Jong-soo, or maybe I am assuming that kind of thing. And his father probably didn't have a lot of friends from what we saw,
Yes.
right? So he wouldn't go out to many outings or social occasions or bond over wherever,
Hmm.
So he's just like a.
He had anger issues.
So because of and even his mother left his father, right? So he grew up with this father who's a loner, and his father who has like this could not find any. He cannot raise up a kid who grows up to be social. If you are yourself kind of not good at being social, how are you going to raise up a kid who's good at being social?
Okay,
That's pretty difficult. So unless Jong-soo had help from outside,
So it means you can't, Jimin, you can't raise a kid who is going to be a social.
this is not a personal attack. We're talking about the movie. And oh, I was going to say something about the, yeah, when you cannot, you also cannot learn to be, but when you don't learn to be social, cannot learn how to
Right.
draw from others' experiences because you're closed off.
Hmm.
You're always on your own and you never observe, like you don't get to observe a lot of, you develop a different kind of observation skill set, I guess.
I think the his condition do sometimes contribute the fact that he can't write. Like he is constantly disturbed by the events happening in his life.
Oh yeah, he definitely has to deal with his father's tantrums, and he's
And
involved in that court case, and he has to take care of the house, he has to cook for himself, so
yes, there's a lot of
there's a
work
lot of obligations
which
that he has to
which prevents
fulfill.
him to sort of
Yeah, yeah, has to probably, maybe also
so
find some time for some, I don't know, for his hobbies or whatever hobbies he has. I don't know if he has any
so
hobbies.
let's get to the second question. So what was the significance of fire in the movie?
Fire is well, the film is called Burning. So like you cannot burn things without fire, I guess, unless.
Fire, the act of burning. Like
Uh,
in one of the scenes, Sammy says that she wants to disappear, like she never existed.
mm.
So the burning
Well,
actually
there
facilitates.
wasn't really any fire in the movie. Like not a lot of scenes with fire. There were scenes of the
Like the
burning part.
important scenes were there, like his
Like
father burning his mother's clothes,
yeah, but those
and
are
him burning Ban in his car.
yeah, but those are the only two scenes where there's any actual physical fire shown in the movie.
But I
Aside from
think
that,
the that scene depicts the cessation of the person, like when he burns his mother's clothes, the mother ceases to exist from that moment.
well, not so much as ceases to exist for him, but
Like
he
his
is more,
life.
more so he's burning his relationship with his mother. Like as you said, he's ending his relationship. He's burning his ties with his mother. So that could be said. So the burning is more of metaphorical burning rather than, because even if you see in the short story or the William Faulkner short story, the Faulkner short story is also kind of where his father is found out burning barns or something. He's accused of burning a barn and he's incriminated for that, and his son knows, and his son has to be a co-conspirator with his father in his crimes of arson. But then again, at the end of the short story, you find out that his son, informs a guy whose barn is about to be burnt by his father or something, and his father ends up being shot or whatever, something like that. I don't exactly recall. But so in the end, there's the literal physical burning. That is the burning of, let's say Ben burning greenhouses in the movie, or you could say it could be burning could be like ending ties with someone, or making something disappear. It's like a
Hmm.
significant, it's a event in time, and when it happens, you kind of burn a bridge or a connection, a relation to someone. I think that's kind of
Like
how
it
I
never
interpret
existed
it.
before.
No, it did exist before, but it's
But
suddenly
after
gone.
the
It's suddenly gone. That's a common theme in Murakami stories where he suddenly
So
makes.
do you think after burning his mother's clothes, he also burned her memories?
No.
Like he deliberately
He
did not
burned.
think about his
He
mother.
he did not think about his mother as his mother anymore. I think he burned the relationship
So,
of.
so did he forgot all the
He did not
moments
forget. He
or
had.
time he had with her?
He just. I guess he just burned his the status of, like, she is my mother. He never contacted her after.
Yes.
So he just burned the relationship.